Alright, YouTube, I got a little story for you. Captain America did a little bartending on Halloween, and it was a lot of fun. One of my friends was catering a party, and she needed some help because they were a little short on staff. And she heard about my badass Captain America costume, so she obviously wanted me to come and be the host and bartend and serve alcohol. It was just serving wine and giving people beers. It was really, really easy. But, so we get there. The first 3 people to arrive were homosexual, or gay, or what you want to call it. They're just regular people, but it's for the point of the story, I have to tell you that they were gay. So they were gay. One of them was a cross-dresser. They're all super cool, really nice. You give them a lot of booze. They're really happy. They tipped us really well. Thanks, guys. Anyway, so they came, and obviously I talked to everybody, and the girls I was with talked to everybody. So we chit-chat, whatever. Then they leave, and they kept coming back for more drinks. And then one of the guys happened to own this hair salon. And so he came back later, and he was dressed as a cowboy. And one of the girls that happened to work for him, happened to be very cute, came in dressed as a cowgirl. And then she came over to the bar with them, and she reached over and she grabbed one of the beers, and I said, "Hey," I said, "you gotta pay for it, you can't touch that." And she goes, "I can look at it." And I looked at the girls next minute that they left, I go, "She likes me, just, being a guy, she likes me, whatever, she's doing the, second grade, throw sand in your eye kind of thing." So they walk away, whatever, come back. And then bartending, and then I had to leave to go to the bathroom because I cut my finger. Luckily, Captain America had gloves, so when I came back, I put my glove back on, and I just was one glove Captain America. But as I'm walking out of the tent to go to the restroom, she stops me, and she goes, "Hey," she goes, I gotta ask you a question." I said, "All right." She goes, "Is your butt real, or is those pads in those pants?" I said, "Why don't you give it a little squeeze?" So she squeezed my ass, and then she looked at me like, "Oh my God!" And then she walked away. I thought it was hilarious. I went to the bathroom and cleaned my hand up, and I came back, started bartending again, and then she comes over to the table again. I'm like, "Wow, this girl has a lot of balls coming over talking to the captain." And so she goes, "I gotta talk to you," and she's all like, "I gotta talk to you." So I go, "Wow, okay." And I look at the girls and I said, "I told you she liked me," so I go over there, and she goes, "I gotta ask you a couple questions." I said, "All right, the captain's ready, for any questions you might ask." She goes, "Are you gay or straight? And are you single or in a relationship?" And I looked at her and I said, "Well, I'm straight and I'm single." And she looks at me and she's like, "What?" I said, "I'm straight and I'm single." And she goes, "Oh." And she looks at her table and she looks back at me. And then I start laughing, and then the woman who had me there to help her out starts laughing too. And she's like, "What do you think, he's gay?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's in a full spandex costume." And I go, whoa. The captain wears a full spandex costume in the comic books. He's not gay. And she goes, "Yeah, but you let me squeeze your ass." I said, "Well, we'll let you squeeze something else if you asked." And so she's like all embarrassed. She walks back to her table. I go to the bar. All the girls are laughing at me. They're like, "Hi, you thought she liked you, but she really thought you were gay so her friends could hit on you." It's like, whatever. So, there's still time to fix things. So I go over to her table, and she's dressed as a cowgirl. So I took her hat, and I put it on my head, and I was Captain Cowboy America for a little while. And then she told me it was her grandfather's hat, so she had to leave with it. I couldn't keep it. So I said, okay. So she left and went dancing, and then I took one of my business cards, and I took the hat off, and I stuck it in the front, and I put it back on. And then when she came back to the front desk to leave at the end of the night, we were chit-chatting, making small talk. Kind of like, I was like making it seem like I was going to ask her for a number, but I wasn't going to. And so I took the hat off, and I said, "Have a good night," and I put it on her head, and I just walked away. And she was like, and she leaves. And then I told the girls what I did, and then I got a text message the next day. She goes, "You think you're so freaking clever leaving your business card in a cowgirl's hat?" No. She goes, "Do you always leave your business card in cowgirls' hats?" I said, "Well, there aren't too many cowgirls around here." And now we're friends. And that was a funny story. It's my Halloween story. I had a great time. And yeah, I just like having fun, and it was a great night. So I hope you guys had a happy Halloween. If you want to hear more of my fun stories, just subscribe, because things happen all the time, and I post them, and I like to do it, so subscribe. Later.